Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sat Sri Akal, namaste to all the viewers who watch every Sunday this mathematics session. Math free for all for grade 9 and 10 students. Today, my topic of the day is, as you can see on the screen, it's called identifying the significance of M and B. I hope by now you understand what is called M and what is B in equation of a straight line. We have done different questions, different topics so far, and we have gone through the details about last week we had how to express a straight line in the form of y-intercept form. Then we also discuss how we write down the equation in a standard form. And remember, the standard form is ax plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And y-intercept form of the equation of a line is y is equal to mx plus b. Now, today, I will be explaining how we are using this m or b, or in some cases, how we calculate the value of m when we are given two coordinates. When we are given two coordinates, it makes very easy for us to find out the value of m. And if you remember those sessions where we calculated or we explained how we find out the value of m, I will be revising that equation or formula for finding the value of m, which is slope, when you have 2 points given which are or which should be right on the same line. Then only we can find out the value of m of particular line or slope of a line. If we don't have the second coordinate, we won't be able to find out the value of m in this way. So if you remember, m value was y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this x1 and y1 is the first coordinate, and x2 and y2 is the second coordinate. It could be 0, it could be any point, but they must lie on the same line. Then we can find out the value of m. And remember what was b. If you review the previous lessons, or if you still remember, b was the point where this line intersect on y. I can show you an example, and then we will calculate how we are going to find out equation of the line when we are given m and given b. In some cases, we are not going to be we are not getting the value of m right away, but they have provided us, or we are given two coordinates, and it explains clearly that these both coordinates are right on the line which we are going to discuss. So if these points are on the line, we can use this formula to find out the value of m. And then if we have given b, easily we can find out the y slope intercept form of the line. So let me give you an example from this book. Remember, always I'm using this Mathematics Grade 9 book. If somebody likes to follow, feel free to follow this book with me. Today, I am discussing this topic, which is called identifying the significance of M and B. Uh, in a given graph, when the slope m and y-intercept b are given, or we have to determine through the inspection of the points. So in any graph, if we are given the points, I'm not going to draw the graph right now because I don't want to waste time. But just on a graph, we are given that y-intercept b in this particular case sits on the y-axis, and x point is given as x minus 2, and b is given as minus 2. So if I write down my x1, y1 in this particular case, the x1 and y1 are given as uh, 0, minus 2, and they have given me b value as b is equal to minus 2. So now in this case, because we are talking about from this particular example, where my x2 and y2 were given as x2 and y2 are given as 1, 1. So in this particular case, if I have to find out the value of m, remember I will be using the formula of m, which is m is equal to y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. Now in this particular case, my y2 minus y1 is 1, 1. So my y2 will be 1 minus what is the value of y1 is minus 2. Now x2 minus x1 is 0. So in this case, I got 1, sorry, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, because minus and minus give me plus 2. And then this becomes 0, and I left with 3. So I got m as 3, and then I was given b as minus 2. So remember, our standard y-intercept form of the equation was what? Remember, y is equal to mx plus b. So in this case, if I have this value, if I have calculated m is equal to 3 and b was given as minus 2, and remember the standard form of y-intercept was y is equal to mx plus b. If I insert these values, it would be 3x plus, or instead of this, it would be minus 2. So this would be my equation. So anytime, whenever we are given y and this in this format a value of m and value of b, we can easily calculate this standard form in the y-intercept form. So remember, there are two types of format we discussed. One was y-intercept form, which is like this, and the other one was the standard form. So do not forget, standard form was ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So if we have this format, we are today discussing when we are given m or b, how we can write down the equation. Or in some cases, instead of m, they will be providing us 2 points or 2 coordinates of the points which are right on the line. Then we are going to use, once again, I'm revising, m value. We are going to find out y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if we are given those 2 points which are right on the line, we are going to find out the value of m. Then if we have given this value of b, we will use this value. So in any question, any those problems in this book or anywhere, whenever you are trying to attempt these questions, the target is for y-intercept format, you need two things to get, m and b. M calculation is from 2 points. We identify those 2 points as x1 y1 and x2 y2, and we use this formula to find the value of m. Once you got m, you got b, use the standard format and insert those values, you got the equation of the line, and this equation of the line will be called as in the y-intercept form. So y-intercept form, today this is what we are going to discuss, and in coming next week we are going to discuss about further detail about the different positioning, about slopes and their different elevations, and the ratio of increasing and decreasing, how the slope get higher or lower, and how we can identify that the slope is increasing or decreasing, which is a further step. I hope that students were able to understand this topic of identifying the significance of m and b in any equation, and how we calculate the value of m, and if we got the value of m and b, where we insert these values to get the equation of the line in y-intercept form. If you have any question, do not hesitate. You can contact me at 416 571 You can text me, you can send me message through Messenger. I hope I know many of the parents watch these programs. If you have any further difficulties, do not hesitate calling me. My objective is to deliver and share my knowledge of mathematics with anyone who's in need of these knowledge, mathematics education. Thanks, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Enjoy your Thanksgiving Sunday with your families, and let's meet next Sunday. Thanks, and have a great Sunday.